cold toes into the legs for some warmth here. So, finding your seat, sitting up nice and tall, and closing your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If not, just soften your gaze and look downward. Letting the shoulders drop down from the ears. Let the core engage slightly so that the sternum can rise a little taller. If you feel your head leaning forward, pulling the chin back. So the head is balancing atop the spine, not moving off in a different direction. Feel the poles of the spine. The top of the spine to the base of the spine. See if there can be some felt connectivity between the two. And as you deepen the breath, begin to move awareness, energy. You might envision some golden moonlight traveling from the top of the spine to the bottom of the spine, and the bottom of the spine to the top of the spine. With the breath, inhaling down to the base, and exhaling from the base up to the top of the spine. And feel that simultaneous descending energy of the exhale with the rising energy of your attention. So the full moon energy invites us to shine our lights, to see mirrored in the moon our lights, and the moon mirrored in us. And to recognize that this isn't about anybody else seeing. It's not about demanding attention. It's simply about the joy that comes from sharing, from gifting who you are, what you are. Sharing that out. That might be to other people, it might be to land, it might be some creative expression. But feel into this shift from attention seeking or a demand for attention. But that's not what that invitation is about. It's really about living fully into the expression of who you are. That's what the full moon invites us into. So a few breaths here in silence or in birdsong. And feeling into that invitation to shine a little brighter, unapologetically, without needing to be seen, but feeling the fulfillment of that expansion. last breath here, feel into the awareness of being bathed in moonlight. What that feels like as nourishing, a warm light bath. And then bringing your hands to press palm to palm at your heart center, connecting that light in your heart with the actions of your hands as you move through your days, gently opening the eyes. Take an inhale here. Exhale, interlace the hands, press them away from you, rounding your spine. Inhale, arms up, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, we're going to side bend over to the right. Inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, press back. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. And exhale to the right, and this time we're going to stay here, opening the heart towards the sky a little more, receiving abundant light, reaching long through those left fingertips. Take an inhale here, dropping the right shoulder, and as you exhale, begin to circle that left arm in the biggest circles you can find, drawing the shape of that full moon. And honoring your fullness, the complexities, the beauty, the intricacies that make you, you. And let's go back the other way with the arm, exploring this space. And coming to reach the arm long by the ear again. Maybe melting down a little more towards the floor on the right. With your next inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, wrist circles, float your arms out and down, interlacing your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift, arms, heart, gaze. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale here, 2 more breaths. Feel the fullness in your heart. And with your next exhale, releasing down. Bringing your hands in front of you, folding forward, melting towards the earth. Bowing to these cycles of rhythms, of seasons, of moon cycles. That in a very volatile world remain stable, predictable. You can count on them. And with your next inhale, walking back in. Let's switch the cross of the legs if they are crossed. You can switch up your seating. Bringing your hands back to your heart. You can also try, as we interlace the hands here, to do it the opposite way if you would like to try crossing the fingers the other way. Take an inhale here, lifting nice and tall. Exhale, interlace the hands, press them away from you, rounding your spine. Inhale, arms up, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, wrist circles, float your arms out and down. We're going to inhale, lifting the arms back up again. And exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. This time we'll stay here, really dropping the right hip down, reaching through the right fingertips, opening the heart towards the sky a little bit more. Nice expansion here. Inspired by the moon. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, drop the right arm down and find those big circles tracing the shape of the full moon, feeling into your full expansion. It's interesting too to think about like how much of our importance we put on being validated by other people, or if we can just be kind of in our own knowing. Go back the other way with your arm. Like if we know an experience in our own lives, but it's not witnessed by anybody else, do we then invalidate it? Or can we provide our own fullness, richness, knowing here, reaching the arm back by the ear. Sinking down, last exhale. Inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, wrist circles, float your arms out and down. Interlacing the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift, arms, heart, gaze. Drop the shoulders. Exhale here, 2 more breaths. And with your last exhale, releasing down. Shake out those arms a little bit and folding forward. Melting down, gratitude, humility, appreciation. All the cycles that support us without us needing to be even aware of them. And with your next inhale, coming back up. And as you exhale, stretching the legs out in front of you, bouncing out the knees, rolling the feet around. Lovely. And from here, we're gonna make our way to a down dog. So finding your way there, and you might put the blanket across your mat because we might do some lunges in a little bit. And so finding your way to a down dog, pedaling out, your feet here stretching through the backs of the legs. Feel the sit bones rising towards the sky, the heart melting towards the toes. Nice. And then walking your hands back to the back of your mat. So you're hanging in a forward fold. You might hold on to your elbows. Keep a little bend in your knees. One more breath here. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up, standing all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to your heart. So we're going to do a very short walking meditation here. So we're going to walk from the back of the mat to the front of the mat. And I invite you to do this really mindfully. walking into more awareness, more fullness, the moon's invitation, and then coming to stand at the top of the mat. Tadasana pose. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale down, place the hands at the left foot back behind you. You can drop, the right foot. You can drop the knee to the floor if you would like. We're gonna come up to place the hands on the left knee, so dropping the hips forward here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, we're just gonna round the spine, so we're kind of pushing into that knee, and you'll feel a deeper stretch in that right hip. 2, inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, maybe deepen into the lunge. So we're doing a version of cat-cow here, rounding. Inhale, extending. One more time. You can also do this in a high lunge if you want more challenge. And then coming back to a neutral place with the spine. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And then exhale, bringing the arms back behind you. We're going to trace these big circles. We're going to do lots of arm circles today. Inhale, lifting up. So we're hinging forward from the hips. Lifting up. One more time. Opening. Shining your light. Lovely. Bringing your hands down to the mat. Curling those right toes under. Stepping back to a down dog. Breathing here. Maybe finding stillness. With your next inhale, pulling forward to a plank pose. You can drop your knees if you would like. We're going to hold here for a couple breaths. And then we're going to come into a side plank on the left side. So if your knees are dropped, you can keep the left knee dropped and bring the foot back behind you here. If you want more extension, you can keep both of your feet on the floor. So choosing your own adventure here for side plank. And we're going to challenge our balance. So we're going to bring the arm by the ear, and we're going to trace those big moon circles with the right arm here. Big, expansive circles. And then going back the other way. Feel your radiant heart shining out. What is it here for? And then coming back around, down dog. Deep breath here. And then stepping the hands, walking them back to the back of the mat, hanging in a forward fold. Releasing here. What can we surrender to the full moon? Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Reaching all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now we're going to do a double walking meditation. So we're going to walk to the front of the mat, turn around and walk back to the back of the mat. Very slow, mindful steps, feeling the weight shifting as part of the parts of the feet touch the floor. And then we'll turn around and then walk very slowly. To what was the back of the mat. And so now we're going to start here. So inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Yay, full moon energy. Exhale, swan dive forward. What can we see? Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place the hands step, the left foot back behind you, dropping the knee to the floor, bringing the hands up to the right knee. And do that little cat-cow movement here. So take an inhale. And as you exhale, rounding, your hips might shift a little back. Feel that stretch through the left hip though. Inhale, dropping the hips, extending through the front body, gazing up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, expanding. One more time. And then coming back to a neutral place. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And as you exhale, open the arms back behind you, reaching forward, coming up and around. Big circles, big expansions. One more. Nice, and then touching the hands down to the floor. Curl the left toes under, press back. Down dog. Finding stillness or movement here, whichever you prefer. 2 deep breaths. Lovely, and then inhale, pulling forward to a plank pose. You can drop your knees if you would like, holding here, feel the fullness puffing up the back of your heart, like reaching that shining light through the back of your heart up towards the sky. And then we're gonna come into a side plank. You're welcome to drop that right knee back behind and bring the foot back behind you, or you can stretch both legs out, finding your side plank here. Strong expansion. Bring the arm in line with the ear. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the arm around in a big circle. A little balance challenge here. Easier if you have your right leg down. How can you expand here? Go back the other way. Shining your light even if no one else can see. Nice. And then coming back to a down dog. Beautiful. And then walking the hands back to your feet. Hanging in a forward fold. Releasing here. Softening. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up, standing all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes, breathe, and notice. Notice what you're aware of, body, mind, spirit. How we can deepen into our connection with nature. Releasing the hands, opening the eyes. So we'll come to a little goddess squat moon flow here. So bringing your feet out wide, toes pointing out in the same direction that your knees will track when you come down into a squat. So we're going to inhale, bringing the arms up and forming the lovely moon around the head. So we can be the shining face in the moon. Take an exhale here. We're going to come down into our goddess squat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, move around to the right. We're going to sweep around, try to keep the head between the arms as we come up to the left, and then we're going to go back the other way. Nice, and then inhale, reaching up, extending the legs, expanding into a 5-pointed star. You can close your eyes for just a moment. Feel yourself shining out into the world. And then opening your eyes. Inhale, bring the moon back around your head. Exhale, sitting down. Goddess squat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we're going to move around to the left this time. Sweeping around and coming up. And then going back the other way. Coming up and expanding into a 5-pointed star. Yay! Deep inhale and exhale. Releasing down. We'll move the blanket out of the way here and come back to the top of the mat. Tadasana pose. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale down. We're going to make our way back to a plank pose. You can drop your knees if you would like. One more inhale. And then we're going to lower down, elbows and shoulders back all the way to the belly on the floor. So keeping the hands underneath the shoulders here, we're going to inhale, lift, head, hands, and heart. So the hands are going to lift off the floor, just using the strength of the back here. Exhale, back down. Again, inhale, lift, head, hands, heart. Exhale, back down. If you would like to add the legs, you can do that now, but choose your own adventure. Maybe you don't want to. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. And inhale, lift. Exhale, down. So your options are one of those two, or if you would like to move into a bow pose, we can come into a bow pose. So wherever you choose to be, do 3 breaths, either lifting or lowering or staying in bow. Expanding into the energy and then releasing down, turning your cheek to one side. Letting go. Let's do 2 more letting go breaths. One more. Nice. And then from here, rolling over onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. Nice squeeze here. And then releasing the feet to the floor. Hip width apart in close to your body. And with your next inhale, press strongly into your feet, lifting up for a bridge pose. So you're welcome to press your elbows into the floor, extending hands on either side of your hips, or interlacing the hands behind the back, rolling the shoulders under. Wherever you choose to be, press strongly into your feet, engage your glutes, lift the pelvis up a little higher. And feel yourself building a bridge to the moon, energetically connecting the light, the soma, the peaceful energy, light that draws the tides, the ebb and flow of the ocean. One more inhale. And exhale, releasing down. Maybe a little snap, crackle, pop in those knees, and let the knees drop side to side. Both knees to the right, both knees to the left. And then hugging your knees into your chest. Let the knees come away from each other, reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles. For happy baby pose, you can rock a little side to side here if you'd like. If there's any final poses you would like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back, setting yourself up well. Perhaps a blanket under your head or your knees, or covering you up if you're chilly. And as you're sinking into Shavasana here, once again, imagine yourself being bathed in moonlight. A warm glow to help support you in shining your own light, to follow your intuition, to manifest dreams, to connect with a greater picture, to recognize your place in the entirety of nature, that you're not separate, wrapped in the warm blanket of moonlight, envisioning yourself here, nurtured, nourished. Softening into that. You are whole. You are holy. You are enough. back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. As you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. And sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Kai Seidenberg to wash over you. This is a poem called Shining Your Light. So there you are, a bright fireball shining your light in the midst of a vast sea of darkness. There is nothing like you for many miles around, for as far as most eyes could see. Still, you shine your light as only you can do. You shine as if your life depended on it, because, in fact, it does. You give it everything you've got, fully aware that you are giving it all away, that this giving eventually will end your life as you know it. You shine as brightly as you can because that is what you are here to do, to light up your corner of the universe, to give your gift, whether or not anyone can see it. You say it doesn't matter if anyone notices, that the pure act of creation is enough. Still, maybe one day, on a distant planet, someone will gaze up into the night sky and notice your unique spark of light. And your light will enter and move through them, stirring something deep within that they feel yet cannot name, leaving them subtly but forever changed in a way that neither they nor you may ever realize. And perhaps this will happen again and again in many places over many years, all because you were willing to shine your light, even if no one could see it. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. Feeling yourself filled with light, shining, just because that's what you're meant to do. I thank you all for joining me for practice. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.